So we begin 123rd
Holy shit.
session of the Roses Are Red campaign. Where I can't get the mouse to work on this computer. There we go. And we rejoin the Roses from a massive cavern beneath Pentarose, where Uhtred has just severed the head of Tormak Kasharok, the crackling squall.
Oh, we got full name. Yeah. That's the first time.
Kasharok!
Tormar Kasharok?
Tormak Kasharok. He had introduced himself to Tormak as Tormak to you in your first meeting with him, which is an anagram of Marcotte.
Oh, God!
That was too easy to figure out, Dan. You should have come up with something easy, with something
Well,
harder.
none of you even, this was like
This was before
the 10th section or something. You guys didn't even write it down.
Yeah.
None of you remembered what the name of the dragon was.
God, I wish I was. I would have like a whole Gandalf scene that goes back to Gondor. It came to me.
Tormak Kasharok, the crackling squall,
God damn.
lays dead before you. His head severed from his long serpentine neck. And the storm above you in the cavern starts rumbling, shaking as this magic manifestation of the dragon's breath no longer has the control of the dragon who spawned it. And as Uhtred raises the bloody axe, it's struck by lightning.
Yes.
Instead of causing Uhtred damage, the lightning just infuses the blade, and bright blue runes alight on the side of the blade, spelling Scale Cleaver in Dwarven.
Holy fuck!
Scale Cleaver?
Scale Cleaver.
I love it.
I'm still dead, right? No, you brought me back.
Well, you were.
I'm so dead, right?
And the weapon is now Vorpal and deals 1d6 lightning damage.
Does that even really exist in Pathfinder, Vorpal?
Yes.
Okay, it does. All right.
But the way I do it is different.
Is it more close to like second edition?
No, it's completely my own thing.
Okay.
So when you roll a natural 20, you dismember your opponent.
What?
You roll another d20, and on the low end, you might cut off a finger or an arm. Near the high end, you might cut off a leg. If you roll another natural 20, you sever the head and instantly kill your opponent.
No matter what.
Well, I mean, if it's an undead, it doesn't care.
Right.
If it's a golem, it doesn't care. If severing the head would kill the monster, you insta kill the monster. But that's rolling 2 natural 20s in a row.
Right.
So normally it's you roll a natural 20, you confirm the critical, and you cut off the head. That's the way it is in the book. I don't want that to happen. That's too easy. But if you roll 2 natural 20s in a row, fine.
That's totally gonna happen in Murphy.
That'll never happen.
With this guy, it'll fucking happen.
It'll happen whenever I'm like intimidating a guard or something.
Yep. I Brander's back! Oh, God.
Oh, I blew my load.
But yeah, I mean, if you cut off like a finger or a hand, they're gonna get a penalty to dexterity or something like that. If you cut off an arm, they're gonna get penalty to their constitution. If you cut off their leg, they're not gonna be able to move very easily. It depends. If you cut off one of like the 6 legs of a beetle or something, it's probably not going to matter too much. But there's a table that I have, and I don't want to tell you what the table is. You can find it out through play. But yeah. And that is the sum total of the magic that sword can contain.
It will never become more powerful than
It is now technically a +10 weapon.
It is a +10 butchering axe that can fly through the air and do lightning damage.
Well, the flying through the air is Uhtred. It's not the axe.
It's not the axe. Okay, that's Uhtred.
That's Uhtred.
That's my will to want the axe.
No, I need that back.
Uhtred has some latent psychic powers for some reason.
Just imagine him at a buffet, staring at like a ladle, and some soup from the tables.
I feel like Uhtred has latent psychic powers because his wife is an undead, kind of.
He's got some stuff with his wife going on for sure.
Yeah, but for some reason he forgets she exists whenever a pretty girl walks by.
I don't
I mean,
forget this.
God forbid he sees the Duchess.
The Duchess is going to be so impressed.
No, we're about to go see the Duchess. She might be very.
Yeah. Largo, as you come back to the land of the living once again.
Oh, hey, bud. Yep.
You wipe the blood and the grime. It's been raining in here.
Yeah.
It's slimy. Your body just hit the ground and skid for a couple of feet.
I sacrificed myself to take down the crown. I don't say that, but I'm silently proud.
But as you do wake up and you clear your eyes and you kind of get a sense for what's around you, you see Mirok, who's checking you out, maybe doing his healing hands thing to bring you back.
Really close.
And
Blackhead's all over my nose.
you notice that you see an aura around him. It seems to be like some sort of complex fractal pattern.
Okay, and this is because, do I gather that this is because my innate arcane sight?
Yes.
Okay.
You get from this aura a very orderly, mostly neutral but leaning towards good sense from him.
Okay.
Mirak, you're covered in bugs.
Oh no, wait, hold on. No, it's a fractal pattern.
Just the hands drift briefly, ever so briefly over the neck as he keeps going.
And the next person you see is Bort, who's got a very dark, very somber, almost as though the aura is dripping with a reddish ichor.
Oh,
What?
Yeah. Bort's evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he's just barely on the lawful side of neutral.
Yeah, we've known this. And then Largo just sees it and chooses to forget every time.
Uhtred is over there swinging his sword that's now crackling with lightning, has these glowing runes on it. And he's got a sort of golden flaming aura to him, burst in chaos. But just on the good side of neutral.
Okay.
And Yanni has a very subtle, not very intense aura, but you get just on the lawful side of neutral and just on the good side of neutral.
Can I detect alignment now?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's more on front of the sheet.
So Yanni is lawful good.
Just barely.
Barely. Well, we're all kind of barely everything.
Yeah, you guys are.
Richard's
you
like
guys-
good neutral.
Well, you're pretty lawful.
I'm
You have
pretty
a
lawful.
very specific code that you follow personally.
Thank you. I would agree on
No, yeah, Uhtred's chaotic.
that. Okay, cool. He's chaotic good or just chaotic neutral?
Chaotic good.
So when I look, and just this is like I'm asking you as kind of the god of the realm, right? When I look at Bort, am I surprised?
I don't think so at this point.
Okay. I just wanted to know if you kind of were thinking.
I
Like,
think
ooh.
perhaps Largo might have a sense of relief in like having confirmation. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. I might need to talk to Alorn. Just because of the words that he spoke to me long ago.
Spake.
Thus spake Alorn Thustra.
Yeah.
Speak.
So that's that covers the big things that are
That's fucking badass.
just happened, and
Covered in
I think like there's like maybe another minute or two before Yanni is no longer righteous and Uhtred is no longer fire giant, and Spearrock and Inevitable Dawn turn back into Mirrock. You guys were at the tail end of those 10-minute durations.
What do we see around us? Does the storm subside?
The lightning all drained into Uhtred's axe.
Okay.
There's some cloud cover near the ceiling, but it is turning quickly into like a foggy mist and dissipating. It looks like all of the kobolds that were not slaughtered by several of you in different and horrific ways have fled into the waters, the channels into the ocean that exist here. And with the thunder no longer rumbling and the sound of the lizard creatures no longer skittering, the cavern becomes rather quiet. On the corpse of the dragon, there are some items. I went over it really quick last time, but we don't need to go too deep into it. There is a headband of +6 intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. There's a belt that's +6 dex and constitution. There's a +5 protection or +5 ring of protection. And what was the other thing?
Oh, there's the crown.
Oh yeah, there's the crown that's a +5 resistance. It's made of 5 amber spindle iron stones connected to each other with gold chains and filigree.
I've been doing bypass SR, not to my items. Every time I've bypassed SR, and I've still never failed, but performance instead of caster level to bypass SR. So instead of, at 18th level, +22 to bypass SR, it would be +31.
You've been handicapping yourself significantly.
Yes, but it doesn't matter because I pass all my bypass SRs anyway. Because it's +22 is still fucking insane. But it's because of my protection +5 of erratic resistance. It says I could my performance bonus to sing instead of caster level to bypass SR.
No, that's the resonance band.
Oh, that's the resonance band. Okay. There's a weird arrow. Okay, I gotcha. And 3 times a day empower a sonic spell. Okay. That's fucking crazy. So the entire time I was bypassing the SR of the dragon, I wasn't adding my full SR bypass. Plus 31. Are you sure you want to do that? We can.
I'm pretty sure that that's not the way. I think it was like you can add half or something, or
Okay.
half ranks or something like that.
Yeah, because my performance thing is plus 27.
So
Or it means I would never fail unless I rolled a 1.
all this magic aside,
Yeah.
Jake,
I think you haven't failed yet anyway.
what you got?
Do we have any sort of idea of how this loot split is occurring?
I think that's what I was saying. Let's discuss. So yeah, go ahead.
I know the headband is probably going to be something you guys want.
Not for me.
If you guys don't need it, it would help my save DC for Stunning Fist and Quivering Palm.
Okay.
That's pretty significant. What's the headband again?
It's a plus 6 to wisdom, intelligence, and charisma checks, and I have written down that the intelligence also helps with sense motive, athletics, and craft class.
Right. Yeah. The headband gives you max ranks and sense motive, craft class work, and athletics.
Right. So it's similar to my plus 6 headband, but just different skills.
That should be him. Because he's always the guy to kind of sense the motive.
Right. But the thing is, like, he's already got athletics and sense motive.
But I can start blowing glass. That's really the only thing that would help.
And it'll give you +1 to your, because you already have a +4 wisdom headband, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And like just as the, you know, nerd or whatever, that, you know, I gave the dragon these things because this is what the dragon would have.
Yeah.
But I think it would make the most sense for Largo to get the headband because it's +3 to your will saves.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm not saying it just based on the two, like it's a +1 to Yanni's will save, stunning fist, and armor class, but it's not as big of a bump. And you know, Largo would get sense motive and
How does
athletics
the crown factor in there? Because the crown is a +5 to resist, and I wrote down saves, but I don't
yeah,
specify.
+5 resistance. It won't stack with a cloak that gives resistance bonus. Just
I'm saying
like from a, I didn't intend this, but if you're asking me, Bort should get the crown and the belt. Largo should probably get the headband. Ring of protection should go to anybody who doesn't have a +5 ring of protection.
what is
Which I think Yanni only has a +3 deflection bonus because he's got the Jingasa fortune. So +5 would be +2 armor class for Yanni.
what would the belt do for Mirka? Because I actually got like a +6 Constitution. I currently have a +4 belt of Constitution and Dex. So
Give you +19 hit points.
you're
+1 on your fortitude
And then
saves.
for Board, it's more of a Dex thing, and he gets a little bit of extra.
Well, he already has a +6 dex, but he's got a +4 con, and he needs hit points more than anybody else.
And resistance to the.
Yeah, and he's the only person without a resistance item because his cloak does not have resistance on it.
So Board should take the crown or the crown and the belt. Largo should take the headband and then the ring to Yanni.
I don't think I get a benefit from a ring of protection. Is that right? Because I'm not wearing one anymore.
Right, it won't stack with the Jingasa that gives you +3, but it would override it.
What is a Jingasa?
Gotcha.
It is. It's like a cockle
Oh, yeah.
Asian hat.
Gotcha.
You know, like a rice farmer.
So yeah, but if he took the ring, you would then probably drop the hat, or is the hat all still?
The hat gives him cancel 1 critical per day
okay.
on himself. So
It has saved my ass before.
Yeah, I would definitely want to.
And I think everybody's got a +3 or better ring of protection at this point.
I have a ring of protection +2.
Really?
So I wrote it down. And a ring of curing.
I thought you had better.
I mean, if you want to say it better, I will not argue.
Let me take a look at what I've got right now.
I was about to say, then you would probably need the ring if that's the case.
Yeah, no, you got a ring of protection +2. I mean, so yeah, that that might be better for you than for
I mean, that's just going to raise my AC by how much?
2 or 3 for you.
I mean, the thing is, I don't get hit that much. And my AC is already pretty fucking good. So I still would defer to Yanni on taking that.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's giving me more hit points, I can then spool out to other people. So, like, the only thing I think Miracle would be interested in is thumbs. So if it makes the most sense for board, then I won't worry about it.
Well, the thing is, like I'm looking at for Bort, he is in the fight.
Yeah.
And that's 19 more hit points for him.
No, yeah, I totally agree. Because if he goes down, that's a whole round I have to spend on him. I'd rather him be up.
And then the same thing with the crown. It's a lot of times he just fails to save.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's a +5 to all of his saves. Be a massive benefit.
And it totally fits that we're taking Evil Dragon's crown and be, in our crown.
Now that does mean that he is going to drop his +6 dex +4 con belt. So if you want to take that, that would at least bump your dex up by 2 points.
I would take that. I would totally take that. Four crown, headband, Largo. Jake, I'm gonna write you down for that ring, man. I think it still makes the most sense for you to take it.
I won't argue with that.
Belt also to Bort. And then since Bort takes the belt, that pushes off his +6 +4 con belt. Okay. Then I will take that. And then that frees up a +4 dex and con belt. Which I don't think that will benefit anyone. But let me know if I'm wrong. What's the street value of that belt, Dan? My old belt. 40 gold pieces.
40K. 40,000 gold pieces.
It's worth 40,000 gold pieces.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh wow. Yeah, we're gonna try to sell that. It was 40 gold pieces. Merrick just hands it to her. Okay, so write that down for
Holy balls. You got a +3 cloak of resistance in the party pot. It's only 9,000 gold pieces.
+3 cloak of resistance. Okay. I got all I do for that. Okay, cool.
So if we could find an alternative way to bump up my wisdom in the future, that would also help with my AC and my CMB as well as that DC. So if we could find a way to do that in the future, that could be helpful. But then again, there's not much of a future left.
We're almost gods, man.
Well, Largo is a god, he told me earlier.
He's a half god.
Again, this is me speaking. Largo's trying to be humble. This is what's going on in Largo's head. Now, can we go around the table and just everyone tell everyone what's your intelligence?
Mine's an 18.
Okay, we're of equal intelligence.
Yeah,
What's your intelligence?
You wanted to be the smartest all by yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
Hey, when did you guys get smarter than me?
Long time ago from
Well, they
here.
got head.
I just got smarter than you, but I think I gathered that I'm a lot smarter than you at this point.
Yeah, I'm 14.
Same.
I'm not fist bumping you. You wanted to win. I tied. I remember like 3 sessions after I took the headband from the Black Dragon, you were sitting right there, I was sitting right here, and you went, I should take that headband. And that, well, I was like, yep, you should have. Look at all the languages I know.
So it's +6 headband, +6 charisma headband that you're taking off
Yes.
is worth another 36,000 gold.
36,000.
Okay. 6.
My stats are 6, 15, 18, 18, 18, and 33.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Say it one more time.
6,
Uh-huh.
15, 18, 18, 18, and 33.
Your base con is higher than my con. Or, well, your con is higher than my base con. Damn, that's wild. Mine are 8, 8, 16, 12, 14, 18. Plus 6.
That whole 33 vibe is, I bet Dan is regretting allowing me to nerf my strength and dump it into charisma.
And that being 6 charisma was 37,000 gold pieces.
I'm still. Okay, so
And then the belt is worth 45,000 gold pieces.
25. Okay, yeah. No.
I had a base charisma of
I forgot
25.
about the +2 charisma tome that I gave you.
Fucking stupid, dude. It's really, really stupid.
Well, I mean, the thing is now,
You're good at glass one.
you can cast 3 level 9 spells per day, right?
Yeah. 4 now.
4? Okay. So if you had 100,000 gold pieces, you could give somebody +4 to one of their ability scores.
Yeah.
Except for you, you can only go up by 3 more in your charisma, and you'd still have to you'd have to cast it 5 times.
Yeah.
In succession. That's the ridiculousness of Wish.
But me and Aaron were talking about this on our way here. I would say that as far as pure fucking usability, right? There's a number 1 slot and a number 2 slot in 9th level spells. I would put Wish in the number 2 slot only because of Time Stop. I think Time Stop is the most powerful spell.
The thing with Time Stop is you cannot do anything that's going to affect anybody else while you're time stopped. So primarily, it's a buff spell.
Yeah.
Like you can summon some stuff, but as you also notice, like summoning things, most of the stuff you can summon is not super powerful, which would be great if you're fighting a bunch of medium level mooks or something. But against the Tarrasque, I don't think, I'm pretty sure you're already aware that your summons are not going to be very helpful.
Yeah. My summons are nothing.
Yeah, Time Stop has incredible potential. And it's more of a, oh shit, I didn't know I was going to get into a fight. Time Stop.
Yeah.
Buff. Illusory landscape.
Right, exactly. Like that's my thought. Is Largo could turn everything around whoever he's fighting into a complete fucking nightmare, as far as they're concerned, immediately.
We're just like, Time Stop, Magnificent Mansion. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm going into the Tower of 1,000 Tears.
Which is a really fun name for it.
Mm-hmm. And since the last 7 sessions have all happened within a couple of hours, you haven't been able to use it for a while.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a minute.
The last time was we invited the Dwarven nobility, right? That was the Dwarven nobility, or was it the human?
The King of Caste did dying in the
Yeah.
Tower of 1,000 Tears.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I think that was the last
No,
noble
I think
guest we had.
I mean, you used it in the observatory.
Yeah.
You had all the astronomers.
Oh yeah, we entertained the astronomers. That was nice.
Did Bort's sisters go in there?
Bort's sisters are still in there.
No, they're not. They're in the basement.
I'm just
Don't.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, there's a couple of people since the Dane.
I like to imagine once it's winks out of existence, there's just like this exhausted housekeeping crew, those interdimensional cleaners that just like, oh, they just like come in and clean up all your ridiculous meals. Or after the horrifying murder that happened, they like scrape off all the blood from the walls.
Yeah, like it's not created anew every time.
Yeah, it's
Same thing.
It's like that. Oh, what's that show? Severance. On Apple TV.
Oh, so good, dude.
I haven't watched it yet. I just know
Oh.
the premise.
Excellent,
I can't-
dude. You should watch it.
Like the idea that like, oh, when this goes away, it's still here and things happen.
Actually, there's supposed to be like 100 unseen servants in the Magnificent Mansion.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You're correct. But they're brains.
Are they?
That's too bad. That's Uhtred's.
Oh, he has. He's been like, you're picking up my plate and I can't even see you. Do you have a good butt?
Are you picking up the plate with your butt? Cool.
Oh, me, a wife? Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
All right, so I have that we have 82,000 gold pieces worth of free and available loot.
In the vicinity of that, yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if we're good down here, Mirak surveys the scene and suggests that we return to the throne room.
I can do it immediately.
You don't want to go up the stairs?
Do you want to like ceremonially go up the stairs? I have like 10 7th level spell slots left in the greater teleport.
Oh, I'll take that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mirak will take teleport up the stairs.
Yeah,
Alright.
8th level spell slots?
I don't know.
We don't talk
I
about
have 3. I have 0 level fifth level spell slots, which is the first time that has ever happened.
that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that between Uhtred and Bort, well, and you've got the staff. Uhtred and Mirak are looking at the dragon corpse.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And saying,
Yeah, okay.
Dragon
And
Core.
you're thinking about polymorph any object, right?
well, I mean, yeah, you could polymorph it into a handbag,
For a duration.
and it would probably take, probably last about an hour.
Yeah.
Or you could use the staff of belittling and turn the corpse into something much smaller that Uhtred could easily carry.
Do I still have the staff of
You didn't do anything else with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even have that shit written down. I remember what you're talking about. I know I have a rod of maximize, but I also have a staff of belittling. I'm gonna write that down. I like the idea of turning it into a pebble.
Turn it into a pebble, it's going to last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You have to, yeah, it's going to take longer. Well, you're going to teleport.
We're gonna teleport. I'm gonna turn it into a pebble, a purple pebble. Because that's what he did to me.
You were not.
That was a green
I
pebble.
don't know where you get that either. Purple.
A purple pebble.
Okay.
Glad to see you're not holding any grudges against a dead dragon.
It killed me.
Everyone's killed you by this point.
I never knew the guy.
Would
Yeah,
you
who the
say?
fuck was that? Who was that guy?
We never met him.
Yeah, no, me and Uhtred never met this dragon. We have no fucking clue who this guy was.
Oh, Marcotte?
I mean, yeah. Uhtred, you didn't meet him. He came by the house to get a white dragon scale. But yeah, as we were like setting it up to teleport, I'm like, well, he owns this like bookstore around town called the Bibliothèque. Then Merrick pauses for a while. He's really quiet. And then he just like keeps going the sentence. But he's like, yeah, he owns the bookstore. He helped us out. Then he pauses again. He's like, did he help us out?
Did he ever help us out? Or did he make us think he was helping us?
But yeah, as described, like when he had these like little sunglasses, they were kind of like connected. Merrick's telling you, but he's just connected all that. I was like, oh, fuck.
He's the dragon this whole time.
Tormach.
Torma. Jalad.
Atanaga. Shaka. When the wall fell.
Jarmok.
Was it Jarmach? Yeah.
Well, Jarmok and
Darmok and Jalad.
Darmok and Jalad. Yeah.
It's my favorite episode.
That's so good. It's so good. You know, my favorite episode is when Picard lives the life of an extinct
Yep.
society
Yep.
in 20 minutes.
That's
That's
definitely my top 5 for sure.
Let's talk about that for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, for real.
So yes, probably Mirok, you're also thinking, well, this is a nice like suite of items that he has on him. But where's his hoard? And then his hoard might be the library.
That's why I said pause. I have some ideas at that library. Yeah, we still gotta find that book too.
So where are you teleporting to?
The
Throne room.
throne room, yeah.
I think we should let them know that everything is safe. We should then see about retaking the city from any straggling kobolds. And then I think we should go to Markot's.
So I grabbed the pebble. I request that everyone link hands.
Largo, I got a
And
portal left
we'll-
if you want to save spells for any sort of reason.
Yeah, it's all good. I got some left.
Yeah, hold on to yours. I'd rather you have like your one in the chamber, you know?
Onward and upward, friends. We're in the throne room. I set the pebble down, looking around, and I'm like, yeah, I think I can fit it in here. Do you think it can fit in here? We're good. Okay.
The throne room's massive.
Okay, cool.
Covered in broken glass. While the storm outside is now fading, there's still, you're on a promontory hundreds of feet above the sea. Now that the rose window is shattered, you can hear the howl of the wind blowing past, even though the storm's mostly gone.
I look at Mirok and ask him if he can do anything about that, kind of pointing to the chasm.
Yes. This looks like you.
All right, well, let's go see the group that we left in the next
Can't. That's weird.
So you you can kind of see that there's a faint outline with your arcane sight where the door is to the portal of his lair. However, like you couldn't get in there before, even when the even once the dimensional lock was down. Once the dimensional lock was down, Escobar got out. They had been trying to get out for hours.
Can we not? Oh, I'm going to send to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, if you knock, you're knocking on a brick wall that exists in this plane of existence. Not gonna go to his.
So I send to him.
Okay.
And I say,
The sixth
Gideon.
level slot.
Yeah. Well, not I have a 7th level slot, but I do have a 6th level slot, I guess.
All right, well, you don't have any 5th level slots. You said you did.
Totally. Yeah, I say, Gideon, we are outside the threshold. Please open the door.
And shortly thereafter, the door creaks open. You see Gideon's face. He's like, "Okay, I thought it was you. It's the time dilation makes it very difficult to understand."
We always forget about that. Yeah.
Is everything? See, you're all here.
Marcotte is dead.
The blue dragon is dead. Mirak chimes in.
Oh yeah, fair.
Mark.
My friend.
Yeah, well, should have seen that.
So should have we all right now, I point to the pebble as if you can fucking see the pebble. The corpse is that pebble. Give it about 9 minutes and you'll see what I mean.
He looks at like a scat, like there's rocks and random stuff. Pieces of the building have fallen, and
Yeah.
he looks over and he looks at you, and okay.
I turned it into a pebble.
Like he doesn't understand what you're talking about,
Love
but
that
he
he doesn't
just kind of assumes that what you're saying has some aspect of truth to it.
That's appropriate.
After the door is open, yeah, I go in and all right, I guess, do they come out or do we go?
Yeah, what's the?
They do come out. They've been trapped in there for from their perspective about a day.
I further explain that pebble, and I still point to just a section of the ground, is going to turn into a blue dragon corpse. So we should stay away from that. And I kind of, point to an area that is safe to stand and ask that no one be startled when it happens.
So yeah, Escobar, the Duchess and Saruk come out, and the Duchess actually turns to Saruk and then kind of to a little bit to Uhtred, Yanni, Captain Tallow's body is still in there. Could you please bring her out?
Mirak would want to see how he can bring her back, but I'm curious how the time dilation affects resurrection and stuff. Like she died.
Well, I mean, the lowest tier of resurrection spell you have is Raise Dead, and that's 1 day per level that you have to raise the corpse.
Okay, yes.
So you still have 18 days, even including the time dilation or whatever.
And Uhtred makes a snide remark saying, Erica should be your head of guard, not that coward.
Damn.
So I'm just gonna excuse myself to go get the body.
Yeah, the Duchess slaps you across the face, Uhtred.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
That makes that exact noise. After that goes down, Mirak does approach the Duchess and he quietly begins to talk to her. At first he's like, okay, I'm telling I'll get on that. It might, we'll see what we can do. And with a probably reasonable diplomacy of 41, he suggests reasonable. He mentions Erica and the deeds that she has done throughout the rescue of the city. And
Incredible.
She's incredible.
he makes a humble request that she might give Erica something. If she's okay with it, he hands her the cloak. If the Duchess could.
The cloak of resistance?
Cloak of the cloak of +3 resistance.
Oh man. See, you came around.
Yeah.
God, Largo can't hear you, but it's just beaming.
Well, I like that because I think the last session, Largo started
she's a little confused, but it's a simple request. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's more for Erica. It's just a ceremonial thing.
I don't think the Duchess knows who the fuck Erica is.
Yeah, well, she knows who we are. I'm like, this person.
Well, I mean, she's not the type of person who's going to be shitty about anything. It's just okay, cool, Oh, and Largo. Erica is brilliantly chaotic good.
Cool.
Very cool.
Like, just ray of sunshine kind of intensely.
Can I talk to
my
your
friend.
Can I talk to my mom?
Well,
Mom, are you there? It's me, Largo.
how are you trying to talk to her?
Just through my mind.
Okay.
Assuming that it might be able to happen. Like praying. I'm praying to my mom. And I just say, can you look after this one?
You assume your mom heard you.
Cool.
She doesn't always respond.
Yep, doesn't matter. That's all I want. The bigger deal is Mirok's idea. I just as when I see her aura, it brings a tear to my eye, and I ask my mom to just I won't be able to watch over her forever. So, Mom, if you could just watch over this little one.
So the Duchess goes over. Well, actually, before she goes over, she says, "What's her name?"
I say, and then Bort, I feel like slides in and he says her full name. He's like, Erica.
Tearleaf.
Great. Miracle doesn't know.
Okay.
This is huge, dude. I'm so excited for what's about to happen.
She goes, Miss Tearleaf, the court has had a long-standing relationship with the Roses, and I've been made aware that you have recently joined their ranks and were played an instrumental part in defeating the Blue Dragon. They have gotten tokens from the court in the past, but you have yet been recognized. And just as a small token of appreciation of Penteros and myself, I would like to give you this cloak. And tears start coming out. She bows, and then she turns her back to receive the cloak, but isn't sure if turning her back to the Duchess is okay.
Oh man.
She's just very nervous, and the Duchess puts her hand on Erica's shoulder and just calms her for a second, and then lays the cloak over her shoulders and has her turn around, and she clasps the cloak in the front.
Cool.
Largo.
She when Erica looks over at Bort, the Duchess looks at Mirok and gives you a knowing nod. And
Yeah, Bort doesn't give a fuck.
what?
So what? Oh,
Bort likes Erica.
well, I mean, Bort, I don't know.
Always humors her,
But he's probably still a
Dad, no, he humors her.
but she doesn't know the difference.
Yeah, that's my point.
And most of you don't know the difference between when Bort's humoring and just
I think Bort's
actually
my
being
friend.
genuinely nice.
Well, Mirok looks
It's
over
kind of
from-
hard to read him.
I assume I'm just elbow deep in Captain Talon at this point, so just a bloody thumbs up from across the floor.
She's fucking moving the spleen around.
Yanni, give me a knowledge nobility.
I rolled a 2. 19.
You get a +10 still.
29.
Yeah, not enough time has passed.
All right, so you're kind of taking this all in, and you see Mirok over there, trying to prep Captain Tallow for something, and it occurs to you, if she's the captain of the noble guard, and she died trying to protect the Duchess, and the Duchess survived, this might be the highest honor that she could possibly have. Not saying that bringing her back is a bad idea. She might not want to come back. She might be in heaven, and she might see her life as being completely fulfilled.
I would relay that to Mirok. Some lives come to an end at the appropriate mark. Mirok.
Okay.
Just saying, before you cast a 5,000 gold piece spell on her,
Yes, that's a very good point.
maybe check to see if she wants to come back.
So I think the best spell with that would be Speak with Soul.
Sure.
That's not limited to asking questions. Yeah, can engage in normal conversation. So Mirok uses his last 9th level spell slot to cast Miracle and ask Mosin if he could speak across the barrier to the soul of Captain Tallow.
Mosin thinks you are needy.
It's been a busy day.
So you speak with soul.
Yeah, it's a 6th level cleric spell.
Sprechen mit Soll.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just super cool. So that puts me at 4 for level.
Okay. So you cast that spell, and you see a faint mote of light rise from the corpse, and it begins to glow brighter and brighter. And as it does, it seems to take on a sort of 3-dimensional aspect, as though it's not only growing brighter, but pulling further away.
Okay.
And then you see down what appears to be now a corridor of light, the soul of Anira Tallow approach. And everybody sees this happen.
Wow.
And she walks up and looks around, and then looks down at Mirok and says, I didn't know if I would see this place again.
I just slightly bow, say we're all honored to see you return to it. Do you wish to return, or are you contented with your end?
She looks around and looks over to the Duchess, who approaches cautiously, but Nira says, time has passed differently on the other side. It appears that not much time has passed here, but I've already begun my petition. And she looks to the Duchess and says, but if her grace requires me, I'll come back to service.
Oh, that's fucking huge. That's awesome. That's fucking huge. Talk to the Duchess, man.
And the Duchess, takes another step forward and says, Anira, what do you want? And she looks at the Duchess and looks back over her shoulder down this corridor. And the Duchess says, your hesitation speaks enough. I released you from your service.
Tingles, dude. I got tingles.
Yeah, same. Right there.
And Anira takes a deep knightly bow to the Duchess and gives a nod to Escobar and Gideon, and looks back to Mirok and says, perhaps we'll see each other again.
Damn, dude, Captain Tallow.
Right,
And she
Deep-
turns
yeah,
and
deep bow.
starts walking back into this corridor of light. And it closes behind her, and you're back in the dark, wet, somber court throne room.
Largo's just hugging Erica, tears streaming down his eyes.
Blubbering.
Down his cheeks, rather.
If Mirok can, he after that moment, like, he lets the moment land, because that's
It's
super heavy.
huge, dude.
And he says, it seems that you are in need of a new protector. And he turns his head towards Saruk.
No.
We know. But it's like, this one stayed with you when he saw that you were without your protector.
Saruk would be an excellent protector.
And also on a meta level, we're making him white dragon armor. So like, I feel like just be like, hey, here's Captain, Town Guard Captain, here's some white dragon armor. Like, you're the protector of the Duchess of Pentarose.
And we look.
Saruk kind of looks around and takes, he's like, I have to ask Sam.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, I've got the Candler. We got another one on the way. I don't know if I've got the captain of the guard thing locked down, but I don't know. Like, am I gonna have to live in the castle?
Oh my God. Larder says audibly, "Good fucking lord."
We also telepathic link up. It's like, oh, in your head, I'm like, how do you fucking get it? You fucking get off of this whole thing.
I'm just like, stop. Just stop.
And the Duchess is like, traditionally, the captain of the noble guard has been a woman.
Well, sorry, Saruk.
And then I say in telepathic land.
Shut up.
To redirect my previous statement about, I was talking about Saruk being the coward, not.
Yeah.
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 She still slapped you. She knew that, and she slapped you.
Yeah, because you're just being a dick.
Oh, she thought you were talking about the.
Yeah, because I did say.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Well, she asked, "Can someone remove?" And then he said, "Oh, that fucking coward in there."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I clearly understood him talking about Saruk.
Yeah, that was just a meta game. That was about Saruk, and it's not about being.
Duchess guy.
Sure. Yeah.
Uhtred owes the Duchess an apology and a rescindance of recent dick pics.
Didn't send those.
I mean, fucking
Maybe dick lithographs.
Yeah, just drawings.
I mean, maybe
Meticulously carved into a thin sheet of wood.
You know, what would be really, really fucking hilarious is if Uhtred's wife was the new guard of the Duchess. Because then what would Uhtred do when he's in the room with both of them?
Oh, dude, that would be fucking sick.
I have a portal left. I can go get her right now.
You gotta stop it.
No, you could go to her, but you couldn't bring her back here.
I would, in my excitement, fuck up, and be like, "You gotta come with me right now." Turn around, and it's just gone.
Well, while I'm doing that, Mirak's going to teleport with Largo. We're going to go get the sword that might actually just be the real her, and then give her the sword.
Yeah, we don't know if like there's a simulacra or what's going on.
So theoretically, Uhtred could be in the room with 3 women that he's into, one of whom is a sword.
Now, one is a sword.
But he's not into swords. But he's into this sword.
It's
It's a good looking sword.
one of those cool ones where it hits the light and it looks like a baby's dropping her top.
Upside down.
One of like those pens.
He's an axe man.
I mean, would that be a worthy choice? We don't get to choose. We should step away from
Yeah,
this
I don't think
situation.
we'll actually get pick, but Aaron loves the idea.
Yeah. This Nelda.
This is great, Uhtred. She's like,
So Zelda, I think her highest aspiration right now is being a real housewife of Tarnholm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Tarnholm or Cass? She's a skill reaver now.
She's still in Tarnholm, though.
Is she?
Yeah. She.
Yeah.
well,
When's the last time you saw her,
she's
Uhtred?
having Uhtred build her a palace there.
It's like a
So,
man. Yeah.
You already had the biggest house.
Yeah. Well,
There's another one.
There can be bigger.
Dude, Tarnholm is just going to become like
there's
fucking
no.
West Asheville.
Yeah. It is.
But more forest.
Yeah.
Tarnholm Glade.
Mm-hmm.
6 new rolling lots with expansive views. I'm Helen Chicken.
Expansive views of the new mountain that the mayor is building.
Our mayor is a geomancer.
Outside of town, there's Odie Land. We don't talk about Odie Land.
Odie
Yes,
Uh-huh.
we got to get Odie Land going.
Just an underground dog racing league.
Literally underground.
Literally underground.
Uh,
All right. So
I wanted to talk to maybe the Roses and the Duchess privately. Could I ask for such an audience?
I should probably handle that.
Telepathically, I say to the Roses, I kind of want to see if we can shore up defenses of letting an evil dragon got out into the world. That got a little too close for Yanni's preferences. Is there any way we can buffet that?
To prevent, well, the thing with dragons is they're just like, no one really knows who the dragons are unless the dragons reveal themselves. That's what you're saying. Like, how can we stop like a dragon from emerging from its lair kind of deal?
No,
Just-
the seance.
Yeah, like could we remove the mechanics to pull the cork out, or do something to make it harder? for
Right, we
somebody to
could
come in and-
destroy the spiral staircase.
the spiral staircase is the seal.
Let's not destroy it then. Mario.
Right. What you're looking at is all of the effort that has been made to keep this portal closed.
Okay.
And by your understanding, like the bottom of that screw is 3 feet thick and probably 80 feet across adamantine.
So maybe the move is to like all this information that we have in the portable hole about how to perform the ritual, just like burn it.
No. That's America tells you.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, that was a close call, but I don't think we can do anything. It's kind of like asking, like, well, gee, the water almost got out of the bathtub. How do we like destroy the seal in the bathtub?
I think too, we need to look at it as this is all they've done to prevent it before we are now the strongest characters that have ever been here.
Yeah, because we're never going to get old and die.
Well, it'd
Ever.
take a long
It's never going to
time.
happen.
Some of us won't, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's also a matter of, particularly for the magic users in the group, you probably recognize that the efforts that have been made to seal this portal are beyond even your capabilities.
Yeah.
This is, manifesting mountains. This is creating extremely massive quantities of valuable material. And that's not counting what magic might do. You guys are still incapable of comprehending.
So I mean, to Yanni's point though, if the concern is someone popping this top, the thing that started this was that book, which we don't know where that is.
Yeah.
So I would say let's go to Marcot's and examine his hoard to see if the book is there.
Okay. I like that. And then what do we do with the book though? Because Largo is still on the like, he doesn't want to purge knowledge. I mean, he understands your
That's what
your
Mary
point
said.
there.
It was like, yeah.
How do we protect this knowledge?
Yeah, but
Oh, it's clear.
Yeah.
The answer's right.
It's not.
I have a lead-lined room where I already have an artifact.
If you feel comfortable with that, because as soon as you mention the demi-plane, Largo says it's not, the demi-plane is pure.
Yeah, well, Merrick's happy to leave it in the lead-lined room.
Well, it's clear, guys. It's clearly the Blood Witch.
Rick.
Yeah, we're just gonna train Brick on how to bring back Tiamat.
But don't do it, Rick. We just
Don't
want
do
you to know in case someone else does this.
He's like, I don't my mustache is with it.
How many eyeballs do you think Tiamat has? I bet 10.
I bet 13.
Only one way to know.
Not a lot of people know this.
Let's go to Marcot's.
Yeah.
Yanni, you want to gate us to Marcot's?
We can just walk. I think it would be a good opportunity for us to survey damage too.
And also just like kind of do like a power strut through the
Yeah.
city.
I could feel a power strut.
Yeah. So the people know what's up.
Yeah, I don't think we need to use magic. I think we just walk there, and we can bring like like, does the Duchess want to come? Like, who wants to kind of?
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
I love the idea that I don't want us to get fucked by time. And I can imagine like, oh, there were some kobolds that were actually there and they secret away. So I don't know.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, we'll power trip later.
Okay. After we find this very valuable information, I have many greater teleports left if we want to go that route. So he can keep his AC mode.
Okay.
So as you guys are discussing, are you discussing that all telepathically, or are you talking about it out loud?
I think we're talking about that.
Yeah,
So
totally.
just gonna weigh in.
The Duchess comes up and says, "I think it's a good idea to take inventory of whatever Marcotte might have had at the library. There is a private matter I'd like to speak to Largo about."
The Lord have mercy. Where would you like to have this private audience? I am at your beck and call.
Well, if you could take a walk with me, perhaps you can find some place of the castle that has not been destroyed.
Do you need
Let
my
me-
Duchess?
What?
You need my assistance, Duchess.
Is he asking?
No, Uhtred, I did specify that there's a private matter I wanted to discuss with Largo.
I didn't know if it was code.
Very charismatic of you, Uhtred. Very charismatic.
Right, but could I help you with that private matter with just him?
I could hold it.
Telepathically, I say to the group, Jesus, Uhtred, you're a fucking train wreck.
Imagine seeing 19
She
levels of
says,
this.
if something arises that I require of you, Uhtred, you will be the first to know.
Excellent.
Yeah, let's do it. Let us go on an extended walk, Duchess, if I may, and I extend my hand so that we may walk hand in hand.
So, like as you guys are walking and you're in the foreground, like if this is a camera shot, you guys are walking in the foreground, and just in the background you just see Yanni and Garrett going up to each other.
And Largo's kind of like dawdling along like a child.
Oh, come on now.
So she starts walking with you, and you realize like, the rest of you are going to gate to the library, or
Oh, I can catch up. I can catch up with them later because I need to be part of the teleport.
right, but Yanni's still got a gate.
Yeah.
That he kept on
If
offering.
we're
to
worried
you.
about time, we can gate over and Largo can catch up.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
This is the
I'll
moment.
catch up. Yep.
So you guys head out, and Erica like rushes through with you guys, and which actually she's very bookish, so
Yeah.
she takes to the library quite well and starts helping you guys go through stuff. Mirok, you and Erica focus your efforts on Marcotte's private room.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be where he has the majority of the draconic information. And Yanni and Bort and Uhtred can just like kind of meander about the rest of the stacks and see if there's anything interesting in there. Actually, I imagine Uhtred and Bort might just go back out on the street and look around for kobolds to smash.
Do you think Bor would look for like any traps because it's a dragon lair? Like any secret doors and things of that nature?
He'll look and he won't find any.
Okay, cool.
He manages to find like 4 gold and 6 silver. Like he finds
That's not
whatever is valuable in there that he can recognize. He assumes that some of the books are valuable because he knows you guys spent money on them, but
Mm-hmm.
neither here nor there for him. But yeah, he finds what there is to find of interest for him at the library, and then decides he wants to go like stab some kobolds if he can find some. And I'm sure Uhtred just goes out looking for kobolds in the hopes that he rolls natural 20s.
Yep.
See what body parts he can chop off.
That would be great.
That's really good.
Meanwhile, the Duchess walks with Largo and says there's a good deal of information that the roses know that is private information. The cavern beneath the city and the castle, the access in Gideon's true nature. These are all secrets that I've asked you to keep. And as far as I know, you've done well to keep them. But there is one secret that I don't feel comfortable sharing with the entirety of your company.
You can trust my conscience, lady.
It's not a matter of trust, it's a matter of necessity. Before I divulge anything else, I know that you are the arcane caster in the group, and I know that you've come to incredible power. All of the roses have. There's a spell that I would like to know if you are capable of casting.
Okay, Largo gets a little bit more grim, starts thinking, and yeah, okay, all right. This is going down a path he didn't expect.
Can you cast Wish?
I look to the left, I look to the right, and I say, yes, Duchess, I can cast it.
She says, can you cast it today?
Once.
Once may be all we need. Penteros is possibly the oldest city on the planet. It was founded sometime in the Second Age. And at that time, it was devoted to Tiamat.
Okay, that's big shit.
Sometime around the Fourth Age.
That comes through the telepathic link. Like, oh, fuck, you must have rolled a 20.
Cobalt blood and ash. Something around the Fourth Age.
Hold on, let me just double check.
And we're on what age, Dan?
You don't know.
Okay. Do we know legends of like the third and fourth age? Or no?
You get the impression she's talking about like the series of apocalypses that have.
Yeah. And I saw some of them when I was in Old Penteros.
So just let me.
That was the first divine thing I did.
Mm-hmm. You're kind of nowhere.
So no, it was sometime during the Sixth Age. The city was conquered, and by the Philithian Empire.
Okay, can I roll a, I don't know, not just an intelligence check?
There's no way.
Okay, yeah, Philithian Empire. Okay, I don't even nod like I understand.
And the seal that was opened here to Tiamat's plane was closed. A city was built to protect that seal, and then the Philithian Empire fell, things changed, and the knowledge of the nature of what sat beneath the city was lost, but to a few people who were maintaining that knowledge and maintaining the seal. Before the loss of the major arcane powers, a mage of considerable capability, who existed since the Philippian Empire, cast a spell on Penteros. Errol's lasting memory.
Errol's lasting.
And the effect of this spell was to maintain the broad strokes of the city, that it would stay as it is, that it wouldn't erode, that it wouldn't fall, that it wouldn't be lost to the ravages of time, so that the seal would never be exposed, so that the truth about the city would never be given up. And what has happened now is a beacon of question. There will be those who want to know why the dragon did what he did. Beyond, which is more dangerous, but not nearly as awful as likely hundreds who have lost their lives in the siege on the city. And like, as she's telling you this, you're leaving the castle, you're walking across town,
You might know what she's at.
and you're heading towards the Sicilian Square.
Okay.
Errol left a failsafe that should any catastrophe hit the city, the spell that he cast could be jump-started. As it is, that spell will return Penteros eventually to its previous state. The buildings will all be built basically back to what they used to be. The people will move on about their daily business, and things will return to a sense of normalcy. And as it has been for thousands and thousands of years, there will always be an elven queen, Penteros. Even when I die, somehow the city will find out a way to put another elven woman on the throne.
Huh. Interesting.
And this is if the spell
The spell
continues to
maintains this effect.
Okay.
And it will happen.
Yeah.
No matter what we do today.
Yeah.
But as I said, Errol left the failsafe. And you get to the center of the Sicilian Square, and she reaches down and moves her hands in an arcane sigil on the flagstone in the center of the square, and a staircase opens up, leading down. She says, I have not been the Elven Queen of Penteros for the entirety of its existence, but I have some sense of my predecessor's memories. Didn't know I would gain them. I didn't know that this is how it would work, but now it is a burden I carry upon myself. And she leads you down the stairs into a chamber, and in the center of the chamber there's a pedestal, and in the center of the pedestal there's a golden orb. And surrounding that golden orb, you see a bunch of indents. And sitting in 4 of those 12 indents, there are golf ball sized diamonds.
Okay. 4 of the 12, you said?
4 of the 12. The other 8 are just empty. She says, if you would, I'd like you to place your hand on that orb, cast the wish spell, And you don't even need to specify. The pedestal only serves one purpose. It will take that power and move it towards the restoration of the city.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but it might even resurrect some of the people who've been lost.
Okay. Largo's mind goes to, and I don't mean to metagame, but the catastrophe in which a worshiper of baby wanted to make everybody innocent again and erased everyone's memory. Is there any indication that this will erase any recollection of what happened? Because Largo won't feel comfortable doing it if it does.
Are you just thinking about this yourself, or are you
No, I'm
asking
asking.
Duchess? Duchess says, hopefully. There are thousands of people in this city who have suffered incredibly traumatic events. I will tell you that you and I will not suffer any loss. And again, it's a broad stroke sort of thing. I'm certain that the Roses will remember slaying the dragon. They will know who he is. But when the city returns closer to what it was, they probably won't remember how badly it's been damaged. They will remember coming back to Penrose, fighting the dragon, slaying it, and rescuing the city.
No. It's like it. The kids don't remember they move away. Oh,
You will hold this burden, and so will I.
I'm just concerned. I'm concerned about what this will do.
it's heavy.
This is, and I try to convey that I can cast Wish. Wish is a 9th level spell. Casting Wish into this golden orb is not a 9th level spell. It turns it into a banned arcane form. And I'm wondering if there's an alternative, or if I can contact an entity of law, not my mom, because my mom will be like, yes, forget the pain, you know. So, and I know that she's not the one to talk to about this, but I almost want to like consult Murak.
The Duchess goes over to the pedestal and she runs her fingers through some of the empty indents and says, "This has been done 8 times before."
Oh, fuck. I was counting it the other way. Damn.
Okay.
So 8 times someone has tried to like break to get mine out.
Does it?
Well,
does
you
it
didn't
burn
get
diamond.
she didn't say that specifically. So 8 times the city has had to be restored.
Okay, something awful has happened, but sure.
So this will use one of the diamonds, and there will only remain 3.
Yeah.
That's an issue as well.
Well,
Um,
would Largo view it in that way though, because he has the grand scope of time to know, okay, 8 times this has been done. 3 more times this will happen. So yes, there's a finite ability here.
but we're talking about the 2nd age, and then the 6th age is beyond memory.
Yeah, so it's just like the grand arc of time.
Yeah.
It's
Almost like
limbo
once
around.
an age, perhaps once an age.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying it's like worrying about when the sun will expand and cover the earth. It's like no one's gonna be doing it.
Okay, I agree to cast the wish spell into the orb, but I have one request that should live on in the memory of the elven duchesses of the future, and will seed with this duchess. Is that I need to know everything that goes on, and what I'm trying to say is like as long as I live, which may be a long time, and past that time it may require a interplanar contact spell, but Largo wants to know when good and bad things happen in Petros. and he wants that to be written on the memory of future elven duchesses.
She says that that's fair.
Like this, almost like this experience needs to, Largo as a greater entity needs to always know when this needs to happen if something bad happens, because Largo at level 30 could figure out a way to mitigate, it's just like Largo as an entity needs to know if anything very good or very bad ever happens to Penteros, unlimited into the future, if he can be contacted.
Just says, if you would make such an item that would allow for you to be contacted, I will keep it in the personal treasury.
I can make such an item. And I put my hand on the orb and I say, are you ready?
Are you ready for this?
Do I need to ask her for a boost? I feel like I might need to ask her for a boost. Okay. I put my hand on the orb.
I mean, it's there's like a bit of a ramp around the side, so like half of it is human height. You can kind of adjust to what you need to be. It's all very aesthetic and very, but you can tell like, oh, they made a ramp for us shorties.
Perfect.
But you go around that side, you lay your hand on the orb.
I cast, for the first time ever in my D&D experience since 7th grade, I cast Wish. I'm even going to mark it off on my fucking sheet just to be erased very soon.
Nice.
You cast Wish, and like you understand the concept of, you need to enunciate, make that wish and cast, but as you're pulling those magical energies together and forming the arcane weave that is the wish spell, it's like the words are pulled out of your mouth before you can speak them, and you just feel that power go into the orb, and a cool radiance emerges from the orb and goes past, and you see one of the diamonds, one of the 4 remaining, turn black, crumble into dust, and blow away in this breeze. And the Duchess exhales a deep sigh. Says, I have only the faintest recollection of this happening before. It'll be the only time in my life I'm sure that I actually see it done in reality. But let's go up and see if this did what it was intended to do.
I ask for one moment, place my hand on the orb again, and I close my eyes, and I whisper, barely audibly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the son of Galar and Ether
Nice.
Because that motherfucker was able to, my dad was able to cast higher than 9th level spells.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the son of Galar and Ether.
Yeah.
And then I nod to her and we go up where we need to go.
So you head back upstairs, and you kind of take in the surroundings as the stairs return back up, and the flagstone in the center is now just ringed by these long, slender cobblestones. And what you do notice is that the Lavender Auditorium, which was leveled when you fought the dragon here, now seems to be missing part of the roof. But it's a building again. It's standing. Some of the damage to the shrines from your fight with the dragon, the shrines all look intact. Plumes of smoke that you saw rising from the city hours before. No plumes. And as you walk back towards the castle with the Duchess, the tower that Mirok destroyed is standing. A few shingles knocked off the roof.
Is there like a precipice, like you'd see at like a grand library or like Metropolitan Museum to the castle?
Sorry?
Is there like a grand entrance to the castle?
Well, yeah, the castle is sitting on, there's a moat that's just like a sheer drop. There's a drawbridge that crosses that. A wall surrounding the castle, and then an inner courtyard. And it's very much like a Sleeping Beauty style castle that just rises up in thin spires and so on.
I'm just wondering if there can be, I have this thing in my head which might just not work at all, but Largo has a thought as he comes up and he sees that things are still kind of fucked up because he was worried that they wouldn't be fucked up at all. Because that would be bad to just like undo all of the things. He would like to, when you go to the National Library, there's an inscription as you enter on the precipice. And if it's possible to make the request that if there's a space for an inscription, even if it's like in a museum or a library in town or something, could it possibly say, only through loss can we truly know hope?
Why do you want to say that?
Because fucking, he goes up and he's like, okay, cool. We still have to physically rebuild the city. And this city is based upon the hope that the seal of Tiamat's, prison will be maintained. And it's like this arcane, me and the Duchess possess this arcane knowledge. And it's almost like the vibe of the city.
Do you know it's a more succinct way to say that? The important thing is that you believe in yourself.
Yeah, but no, that's
Okay,
dumb.
I'll give it to you. There's one of the plaques because around the Gold Athenium, there's all these massive plaques that show truths.
Yeah.
There is a plaque that has fallen on the ground besides, and you're not really sure where it fell from, but it does have that inscription on it.
Okay.
And you've never seen it before.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, you come around and going back to the castle when you get to the drawbridge, cross it, and then the road kind of curves around the eastern side of the castle where you can see the rose window. The rose window is now just missing small pieces. It's not utterly destroyed.
Okay.
So for the rest of you, you remember coming back to the city. You remember going to the Cordessi estate, seeing Berg, hearing that the dragon was flying around and you needed to go but the Cordessi estate was never destroyed. You never went to Hounson's and saw it burnt out. You never visited Erica's Emporium and saw it destroyed.
These memories are gone.
Since none of these were impactful they were impactful when they were, but now they're not there anymore. You don't really feel the loss of those memories. You just remember coming back, hearing that the dragon was attacking, fighting the dragon, going down to the lair, killing the dragon in the lair, killing some kobolds along the way, and then going to speak with the Duchess after it was all done.
Clean and simple.
What memories does Largo possess?
All of it.
All right, he's got a couple choice quotes.
So we won't have a reason outside of just looking at the hoard. Like we're not there looking for a specific book anymore. Yeah, we don't have that knowledge, right?
That there's still the dragon had something to do with the seal, and it's not completely lost on you, but it's more a protection from the trauma the traumatic experience, the loss, the death, the destruction of the city. It's more an effect to keep people from asking how the city went from being half leveled to maybe 3 weeks worth of effort to fix everything.
Right, because this would have happened anyways. Like the city would have inevitably come back.
Yeah, and it would have come back like all the damage that was done might have taken 3 years to repair.
Yeah.
But the spell would have made it take like a year.
And just so
And notice that it went way faster than it should have because it would have been stretched out over a long period of time. But the spell, jump-starting the spell with a wish means let's skip a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah.
We'll just get to where everything. So like you guys, again, it's a broad strokes thing. You guys remember the broad strokes. It's the details that you don't remember.
well, I guess they're not like so. Like as far as Helensons go, like did the people that I assume perished that live there, are they back?
Well,
Because I mean, Uhtred.
like, you won't know until you visit it, and only Largo will remember that a bunch of them died if they're not dead.
And I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna say shit.
Yeah. So it might be like your bus boy got fucking flattened or something, but it's not going to be like, oh, I remember their burnt out corpses in Helsons,
Yeah.
When Largo returns.
Oh no, it was Ileana. She got fucking fried.
I was gonna say, is it like Ilya? Yeah.
Is she okay now though?
No.
Go visit House and
Yeah.
find out.
It might be like, oh, it should be also Ileana, but everything else is fine. Yeah.
When I return to the group, I look around and just say, you know what the Tarrasque is here to teach us?
Oh God.
Are we all taking a minute of this?
No, I'm just looking around, just kind of nodding, like that confident camp counselor nod. Hey, you know what the Tarrasque is here to teach us?
What's that, Largo?
That you can't just make bad stuff disappear.
Or it vanishes.
I can see you.
He's totally doing like this. He's not.
Yeah.
Like a Nosferatu.
Well, like trying to do the sneaky walk.
Mm-hmm.
I have permanent sea invisibility due to my demigod nature. But yeah, you can't just make bad stuff disappear.
He goes, yeah, hold on 1 second. He walks behind a bookcase and he's like, where the fuck did he go? Like 15 seconds later, he taps you on the shoulder. Ah, shit!
You told me you weren't invisible.
I don't need to be invisible.
Well, that's good. That's good.
So,
Yeah. Show that. So for the talk. A little bit of pity that, but
You don't know that I don't deserve pity. So I can understand that. You're the one who deserves pity.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, it's fine. I don't know.
well, Mirok's the only one remembers fighting his future self.
Oh, yeah,
and all of
totally.
Yeah, so
We have an unknown thing in common.
You guys don't know that that you share something
yeah, that's fine.
that each other doesn't know.
They'll come out both really drunk.
Yeah.
Was I there? What did you say, Glenn?
Uhtred learned some stuff in Purgatory that nobody knows, not even Dan. So whatever.
I still don't know what he's
I
saying.
didn't catch that.
He's like Uhtred did stuff in Purgatory that nobody knows, not even Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just want to fit in.
Yeah.
Uhtred knows shit that he does in Purgatory. Not even Glenn knows.
Yeah. He boned Joan of Arc.
Hey.
She's way hotter in person.
She's too hot.
She's not Mila Jovovich, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Few people are. Okay, so with that done, the rest of you going through Marcotte's library's private collection. The book that you guys recovered for Marcotte is not here.
The book's not here.
You yelling at me while I'm on the commode?
You weren't on the commode.
We were
Above.
No, you guys go through the library, search it top to bottom. You do not find.
Nope. Don't find the book. Do we find do we get the sense that the library is his hoard? Just this amount of books is incredibly valuable. That's his hoard. Or a sense that
Between his private collection, which is exceptionally expensive, and some of the rarer books that he has in the stacks that he did allow, customers to see, you figure the books in this library are probably worth about 200,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
So yeah, this is probably a significant portion of his wealth.
Cool.
Time to have a garage sale.
The book's in here. Okay. Largo can find the book with a wish spell. If he has the uses for it, he could take wish to take discern location, which would be, I think, this level cleric spell or an 8th level. It's 8th level.
It'll be an expensive spell for him to cast.
Does it cost gold pieces to cast wish at that level?
Yeah, for casting a divine spell with wish, it's going to be the spell level squared times 100 gold.
But then
I've adjusted it because technically, casting wish costs 25,000 gold pieces every single time.
Yeah.
So I made some adjustments to make it a not useless spell, unless you have 20 you still need it to be 25,000 gold pieces if you want to wish for something. But if you just want to cast a spell that's a lower level, there's some caveats.
But then with Miracle, it would not cost that amount because it'd be coming from the same school, the 8th level.
If it was granted.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't find the dragon's book. I was saying this certain location would be able to still use, and then that's where the cost equation came in. So I could cast it at no cost if Moses improves, but I am out of those spell slots for today. Actually, I was out last session, but then I picked up another slot after leveling up, so now I'm out. Can I fit all of these books into my portable?
All the books in the library?
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
Probably there wouldn't be room for anything else in there.
Mirek wants to just take Marcotte's library. He wants control of it.
You don't need to put it in a bag to do that.
We need to put it in a. We need to put it in a.
Nobody else has the library now. Doesn't belong to him anymore.
Right. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna stone shape close the library. And I'm going to put in writing. Mirek wants to, as recompense, take control of the library.
Temporarily closed. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Going out of business sale.
Erica, is a little reluctant to leave the library to let it close up. Marcotte was always kind of an asshole. He wouldn't let me look at some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want someone who can take care of it for you, I'm one of the roses I read. She kind of adjusts her cloak.
I mean, at this point, she is quite powerful, probably more powerful than any of the other merchants in the city.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, she gained like 2 levels.
Just hang out with us
Just
for
hanging
an
out with you
hour.
guys for like a half an hour.
Cool. With a 47 diplomacy, Merrick, like, just goes her arms crossed and she does that and kind of looks over and is like, you are. And he like fishes out the keys that he got from Marcot's desk and like throws her the keys and he's just like, keep an eye on things. Feel free to browse the stacks. Don't let anyone in until I sort out things with the Duchess as far as ownership, but and then he just walks out.
Giving Erica
She
a
like does like a bounce thing when she's got the keys in her hand.
No, I'm not giving her a dragon's sword. I'm asking her to watch a dragon's sword. This is an immense amount of knowledge. This is one of the few things Miracle.
Yeah, basically having access to this library. If you need to do a logic check or a knowledge check and you spend an hour in the library doing it, you get a +10 circumstance bonus to the knowledge check. And that would stack with the Tears to Wine too.
I have a plan for
That's pretty good.
that. I have bigger plans.
Yeah, you did, and something that would probably interest the players maybe a little bit more than the characters.
Mm-hmm.
There were books that are tens of thousands of years old in Marcot's private stash. Stuff from previous eras and ages. So,
Were there lair effects in his library?
Dragon's gone.
Sure.
Does Largo?
Well, the dragon's corpse is now sitting in the middle of the fucking throne room.
Oh, we can go deal with that.
Yeah, but we don't want to.
Yeah, you guys, you and the Duchess get back to the throne room. There's just like giant fucking blue dragon.
I said, "See, I told you. Used to be a pebble."
Used to be a nail.
And she looks at you. She's like, "Can you make it a pebble again? Can you?"
Only
Okay,
for 10 minutes.
We all love the pebble, folks.
I appreciate so much what you've done for the city, but that's disgusting.
If you make it a pebble, you can just toss it in the portal hole. There's probably enough space in there for a dragon, right? There's not a library. in
No,
there.
it's a huge dragon.
Really? So the library would fit with the dragon one.
No, the library won't fit, but all the books will if you like stack them all next to each other.
Okay.
I'm saying, the books will fit, and then there won't be room for anything else in there.
Brick, we make it into a pebble. We'll go back to the basement. We'll let Brick and the sisters out. We'll put it down there, Brick, because that is a big space.
I am going to roll a diplomacy check. That is a 52. And I'm going to say, it is disgusting. Totally agree. Here's the thing. I need to go confer with my party, and I promise you this will be the thing that we come take care of next.
Please get it out of here before at the end of the day.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. You thought I wouldn't. Yeah, no, absolutely. I just need like a couple hours. All right, cool. We have a couple hours. I don't want to turn into a pebble again right now.
I just don't feel like it.
Well, you see how we make decisions. Do you think we can make a decision with a dragon burning a hole in Lara's pocket for 10 minutes?
So you get back to the Cordessi estate, which is intact. Some of the windows have been broken. Some of the shutters have been torn off. It looks like the building was assaulted by some sort of cobalt attack. There's crossbow darts sticking out of the front door. But it's still standing. It has not been reduced to rubble. Brick, the Fort Sisters, Cheska are all holed up in the basement, just like bunkering in until the danger had passed. But now that it has, they come out and meet you guys. Brick informs Bort that the poison is finished and ready for use. And Kraken poison.
Nice.
Asks if there's anything else that you need done for the Tarask.
This was kind of it. That's it. We're fucking ready.
It's just vocal, yeah.
I wish
Didn't Bort need to spill some righteous blood, or did he do that?
Oh yeah, he needs to spill more righteous blood. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's legendary weapon there. His weapon legendary, yeah.
I come up to Mirak and I ask, because I still need to gauge exactly what the hell is going on, and I asked Mirak, I was like, so why do you think Mirak chose now, or sorry, you're Mirak. Why do you think Markot chose now to attack the city and show his true form?
I mean, you remember the crown with the scales and stuff.
Yeah.
You just you don't remember the city being destroyed.
Okay, so he knows that it's like Tiamat.
I just don't. I don't recognize how bad it got.
Okay.
I think it's amazing.
Okay. I'm just trying to discern what my friends know and what they don't.
Yeah, the roses were too close to everything to be.
Are you looking for a third one? Because I think this is the third one.
That's what I did come over here for. I came over
14 cookie.
Yeah, there it is.
You got one?
Sweet. I already put one.
Well, there were 3 in that bag, so.
You're about.
But yeah, so the roses were too close to it to be made completely ignorant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly to save some of the trauma.
All right.
Tiamat.
Totally.
Yeah.
How scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just
Yeah.
checking in with you.
Yeah. Mirak puts out his cigarette and his can of beer and goes inside.
Damn. Both of those things Largo has never seen before.
Well, it's right, you usually come, you sit on the front porch, like a swinging chair. Yeah. So Tiamat. Just goes inside.
God, he's so cool.
No, he's not cool. He's like Uncle Rico.
Oh yeah. He's from high school.
Yeah. Used to be able to cast his healing spell clear over that mountain.
Oh, that got me.
Got something. Alright. So, Blue Dragon's dead. The seal is sealed. The blade is Vorpal. The book is missing. I think, realistically, we all fucking rest.
Absolutely, we have to do that.
Yeah. We've just been blasted.
I don't know if this can be read.
I think you need to get it closer.
It's just blurry.
Fun,
Like,
So
a fun gadfly.
It says a fun party with close friends is in your future.
Oh, fuck
That's
it.
right.
Well, there you go. That's us. We're a fun party.
Do you have your plane ticket booked yet, Uhtred?
Oh, I'll
Or are you
drive. I drive since I got Otis.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you
And
know,
Okoboji International Airport's just TSA nightmare there.
Oh, sure.
They're hammered.
I'm glad you got them, man.
I hear bad
Yeah,
things
Glenn, you're gonna be in
about
town anyway, right?
Huh?
You were gonna be in town anyway for family stuff.
Yeah. So that week. So I'll meet my mom and give her. She'll take Otis, and then I'll come that Thursday. Well, yeah, Thursday, I think.
quick
Yeah,
little
Thursday.
18, 19-hour drive.
Still
Passes. Huh?
quick.
Super casual.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. So, what is your next order of business?
I mean, a full rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full rest. Absolutely. At the Cordessi estate, in our own beds.
Well, yeah, I think we full rest, and maybe the next morning I'll try to discern the location of the book.
Okay.
check on Townsend's the next day.
Yep.
Next day, I guess I asked Largo and Co. Should we try to reach out to Coin Spinner?
That's not a bad idea. You have to update him on the status of where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe Murak does a little discern location of the book.
Okay.
Maybe let's not mention the whole Tiamat seal thing to him. guys.
Definitely fucking not.
Yeah, just
Already
Tarrasque
know.
He
business.
might know. Let's just Tarrasque business only. Put the sign on the front door. No admissions.
Well, that was the most amount of X's I've ever had to erase.
Yeah, really burned through. It's almost like a new Excel spreadsheet.
It's almost like I need a laptop. I don't have a laptop.
That's fine. I don't have a desktop.
I have a Battleship desktop.
Mm-hmm.
And play all of the finest games on high.
So that I wake up the next morning bright and early because I've never fully shaken off the effects of my ring of not needing to sleep, and I kneel at the side of my bed in my pajamas, and I pray to Moses.
He says, God, you're fucking neat.
Well, I prayed to Moses for like a solid 10 minutes before I ever worked my way around like, sweet. And then I pray to be able to discern the location of this book, which brought so much discord, which I don't remember the scale of the discord, but so much discord to Pentarose to prevent such calamity from ever befalling this well-ordered society. Probably the most ordered society on the island.
Praise the Duchess.
Praise Moses.
Praise baby. Praise mom.
So, give me a knowledge religion check.
Okie doke.
Oh,
it's towering now.
Oh, fuck, dude. That is brutal.
It didn't even roll. It just like hit and then it just stayed on the one. Oh,
Wow.
that's really funny. Okay. All right. So that one on a knowledge religion check. It's kind of minus 10. So that will drop my knowledge religion from 24 to 14. And I'm going to drop 2 action this to mitigate this calamity. 2d8.
You used one action die for the hit die thing. didn't you?
Yep.
So it's like all of them. D12.
D12. Oh, okay. It's better. So 34. Because I don't have to do one active.
What did you roll on the D20s?
It was a 9 and 11. So 20.
All right. So you pray. You make your case.
They're fucking over. She's like, dear Bleda, Moses.
Markler.
You and then you cast miracle, attempting to emulate discern location. And as you are manifesting the discern location spell and trying to like almost spiritually move through the corridors of knowledge to find this location, you experience something that you have a hard time really comprehending, but the closest thing you get is like the sense of someone wrapping your knuckles with a ruler, but on a spiritual level.
Okay.
And the spell ends.
Okay.
But Mosin granted you with the ability to do that. Interesting.
Yeah. So I
well, you get that it came like you manifested the magic.
Mhm.
You pursued this avenue.
Mhm.
And whatever powers that you get nope.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think I would take that as like Mosin divines that is not knowledge that I should have.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, Miracle said.
I mean, Moses has got an order, and Tiamat is a force of evil chaos.
Right. So to even just have the knowledge of how to summon it, Mosin would rather that knowledge be just in the ether than something.
Moses would rather that knowledge be lost than anyone find it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
He's licking himself really hard.
Yeah, that was like a turning around epically moment. I don't even think that was a startle. That was just like a and 3, 2, 1, quicker!
High glimmer, shot.
Where were you doing your praying, Mirok? Were you like in your private quarters? Were you like outside? What were you doing?
I was on the side of my bed in my jams, which is like a long Scrooge style pajama dress thing.
So I'm hoping that Yanni had a good enough perception to just stand in the corner, like of the doorway, and just like loudly eat oatmeal, watching you do magic until you close the door in his face.
Well, no, Mirror doesn't believe in closed doors in his house, so the door's probably open. Also, the amount of times that people have been killed in that house, Mirror keeps the door open just for like time.
You see Mirok sitting there, very focused, and then like kind of like the when you're sleeping and you have that like as you're just drifting into sleep and you dream you're riding a bicycle and you fell off the bicycle like that. Mirok does that and then stops and looks around a little bit. And at that point, you probably notice that Yanni is watching you while eating oatmeal.
Hey, and then I just like pull off my like pajama dress thing and I start getting dressed.
Gods, huh? There's something. Oatmeal?
Yeah, Mirok's already embarrassed and feels naked in front of you. She's like, well, here's my doink. And he starts getting dressed. I mean, if anyone else wakes up later on, you just find Yanni and Mirok fully dressed eating oatmeal downstairs. And Mirok's like, God doesn't want the book to be found.
Largo's still asleep.
Yeah, he's done it for a while. Yeah.
Hey, did we ever get that dragon corpse out of the throne room?
Oh. No.
I'm gonna go to the throne room.
Like Largo wakes up at like 1:30 p.m.
Yanni, Jake, when do you think Yanni connects those dots?
I don't know, probably 9:30 a.m. Oh fuck.
Okay. At 9:30 in the morning, Mirok and Yanni shake Largo wide awake. Look at you. There's bird oatmeal. The dragon!
Yeah!
And I wipe the oatmeal off my face and just like a little tiny bit that got on your eyebrow.
And I put out my hand and put out my hand.
It's still in the throne!
And we go thump and just greater teleport, immediately turn it into a pebble and thump back and say, put it in the basement.
It's big enough for the basement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just,
Well, the basement is big enough.
yeah, okay. I take the pebble outside and I say, break. Keep a wide berth for like 10 minutes. then go to town. Also, hi, Bork sisters.
And I send to the Duchess saying, define today.
Hours? I think she said hours.
No, I said hours. She said, can you get it out of here by like tomorrow, I think. or something like that, didn't she? Like by the end of today.
You get no answer.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We
it's not a
saved
big
the whole
deal.
city.
We
did
did
a deep dark
huge
secret.
thing. Yeah, I especially, I don't really feel that bad.
I don't think it's any more of a faux pas that Uhtred, like, from her perspective, seeing her dead friend and guardian and going, coward!
Yeah, totally.
Another time we just can't fucking do anything good for a noble. They are our
saved the
kryptonite.
whole city. Well, time for bed. And then it's just a hot, rotting mess in the. Gideon's just staring at it.
Yeah, you save the whole city and can't be bothered to like do tiniest little bit of.
Whoa. You say can't be bothered. I say need rest.
I would say more care so little that we forget about it.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that fall under can't be bothered?
Can't be bothered is like I know about it and I don't care. I feel like there's a slight difference. We just forgot.
Slight difference.
I convinced her and everything. Let me keep it here a little longer. Than I went to bed.
Close to 65. Oh, no problem.
Okay, so now you've got Marcot's body in your basement.
And this goddamn library.
Like Brick is already like elbow deep in the eye sockets, pulling out the brains.
What
And
can I learn from its folds?
Mm-hmm. Mirak and Yanni are just eating oatmeal next to him, giving him like backseat driver instructions. No, you want to cut there. It's softer.
Goes back to bed.
Yeah.
Goes to bed again.
Yeah, I feel like that'll take like 3.5 minutes.
All right, so you took the spell. You didn't take greater heroism.
Correct.
Because I just realized greater heroism also makes you immune to fear.
Yeah.
That was another thing you guys have not addressed.
Yeah, we don't do well with that. I think I have some buffs that help, but not a whole lot.
Fear
Hear me
nothing.
out.
Wasn't
We
there
just
a-
fight it blind.
ended course of action?
Uhtred is immune. There was something about a dragon's blood potion.
Dragon.
Oh, yep.
Now that we have this dragon corpse,
We review the list.
I just figured you'd drain Ludia.
Oh, yeah, try it.
that's inappropriate.
Dragon's blood. So what if I just like drink some dragon's blood? I think out loud to Brick and Mirok.
Brick says yes. Mirak says no.
We need a tiebreaker. I'll go
Fuck
like
you.
Largo.
Largo is unwakeable.
Okay. There you go. Reggie's. I have a list of everything we need to fight Jurass and try to find it.
Yanni, you know Uhtred's been drenched in blood many times and nothing bad's happened to him.
Yeah, but did you drink it? Also, you're asleep.
I'm just saying you would know, like, well, nothing bad's ever happened to Uhtred.
You're not my baseline for like anything normal. Just so we're clear on that.
It should be.
You're a constantly drunk dwarf that turns into a fire giant.
With electrical powers now.
Sure, okay, that too. You're not helping your case.
And a returning axe. Well, 4 of them, actually.
Oh yeah, it was in it was one of the books Erica had on dragons.
What was?
The dragon's blood potion.
That wasn't from Quincy?
Erica's useful.
But I'm just saying if it's related to the Jurass as far
Why
as
you-
fear,
why we
fear
difference
facts.
Well, yeah, Coinspinner said you were going to need some protection versus fear, but he didn't explain what you could do for that.
Did Erica crash at Cordessi last night?
She's still in the library as far as you know.
Okay. I trundled over to the library and I swing over the desk like Dukes of Hazzard over the hood of the general, and I ask Erica if she knows anything about a fear spell potion made from dragon's blood.
Can we say that you try?
I assume it's Markot's desk, so it's
over
equal to
the
my
desk?
desk.
No, you just go down and there's a clatter.
Excuse me. It's my goddamn library now.
Well, one, Marcotte was like a good 8 inches taller than you.
He was really tall.
He was very tall and thin for a dwarf.
Meaning he wasn't one of
All right, so if I roll what, like an acrobatics check, I do it.
Sure.
Sweet.
Yes.
Yes, bring into question
All right.
your ability.
To be clear, by this point, I have cast, not 9 lines on board. Hero's Feast, that was my breakfast, Airwalk for the guys who need it, and then Mirac's Meter Mending, of course, and then Tears to Wine. So,
None of which will help you.
none of which will me, I just want to say it out.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
No. Check this out.
Roll a 6. Just let it be known. Roll a 6.
That is
Do you have
going to be,
ranks in acrobatics?
8.
Is your armor out?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head up, you put one hand on the desk and you hop up, with the intention of swinging your feet over.
Yeah.
And you just like flop on your stomach and pull and shimmy
Okay, I'm getting over it.
and drop your feet on the other side where Eric is just sitting there on like a stool with a book on the.
Probably sitting next to the door.
Hi, Mirok.
You could have come through.
How are my sunglasses? I take off my sunglasses. I
You've never had sunglasses.
never had sunglasses. I should have. I was blind. I say, Eric. Sorry, you mentioned something about fear effects and dragon blood potion. We have a whole dragon corpse, and time is of the essence. It's gonna rot. Do you know where you read that?
We didn't talk about it, but yeah, there's a recipe for that in one of the books that I showed you guys.
What was the book? Where is the
She-
book?
She like walks down, goes back up into Marcotte's private room and comes back down with the book, and she opens it up and she's like, yeah, here it is right here.
Excellent.
Turns it and shows it to you.
I read the book and I mark the page.
You exit the subway. just We'll see ya.
Yeah. No. I look at it and I say, all right, great, thank you. And I shut the book and I look at her and I say, now remember, no one in the library. You're welcome to browse all the stacks as long as you want, but you're the only one allowed in here. And I assume that makes her fucking giddy.
How long keep it?
Yeah, and then I walk out and I like the little counter things, you lift them up, but it's still part of the counter. You just lift it. I lift it up, but it's like up here. So I walk out.
Yeah, you just like her mouth is just a little bit open, watching you do all this. Okay. Yeah, I won't let anybody else in.
I give her one of these as I'm going out there. Big stuff.
Not even look at that.
All right. Good. Yeah. Oh, go on.
So I mean, yeah, you taking a quick look at the recipe, it's actually pretty simple. It's just like diluting with some alcohol, a little bit of preparations with some preservative chemicals, and then infusing with a calm emotions spell, and it should make the drinker immune to fear for an hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Considering some of the considering the poison that you asked Brick to make, this seems like it would be a pretty easy task in comparison.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I bring it down to Brick in the basement. I walk him through the steps, ask if he has all the necessary ingredients and materials.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, if he does, I'm happy to assist him on any checks and things like that.
Says, well, I mean, there's some equipment that I'd like to acquire.
Mm-hmm.
Can help me with some monetary assistance. That would be great.
Absolutely. I think it's a great idea just for the ledgers and the books and stuff. Let's get someone else down here and go say something at Largo.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Brick needs some extra lab equipment.
Yeah.
He's going to fear affecting potion, but I just want to bring you in on this. Are you down?
Do we feel comfortable with a loan? I'm just kidding. Yeah, give me whatever you need.
Well, come on now.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right. Yeah. So then we're back down and ask Brick how much, what specifically he needs.
Oh, well, just I've used some of the preparation materials, and there's some preservatives and what have you.
Mhm.
Just to restock, basically getting me up, and there's a couple of some apparatus that I spoke with Martin about. He can get me. So he gets a little more technical than you give a shit about.
Yeah.
But it comes down to for a round number about 100 gold.
Okay.
100%.
No problem. I hand him 100 gold. And I reach out to shake his hand. Because Merrick's making a deal. He always shakes hands. One deal.
Largo kind of comes next to you.
He was reaching for Mirrox, and he's like, well, now you made it weird.
Huh. Then I just leave.
Yeah.
As we're upstairs in the second room, I'm like, what's the vibe you get on Brick?
What is the vibe I get?
On a metagame, I'm like, what's his aura?
Yeah.
On Brick.
Is he another board? Do we have another board in our basement doing horrible things?
Hopefully not.
He's probably.
He's doing great things. We know that.
Uhtred loves the Blood Witch.
There's a bluegrass band in Louisiana, and they're named Bubba Nim.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And there's the same dude who plays guitar for Bubba Nim. Plays for a blues duo called Both Us.
That can't be real.
No, really? Yeah, it's true.
Both of them, both of us.
Bubba Nim.
That's fucking so good.
Awful neutral.
Lawful neutral.
Okay.
So I explained that he might have weird methods, but he can be trusted.
You say that to a lawful neutral character, and I go, thanks.
Yeah.
And go about my day.
Yeah. What's the aura I got on the Duchess? If you say chaotic evil, I'm gonna have to retro half of this session.
I mean that whole lead up, which is like, so here's your wish. I was like, she's gonna be fucking evil.
Solid good on the low end of lawful.
Okay. Gotcha. That's all. Yeah, that's trustworthy. Cool.
Right, cool.
Because I'm chaotic as fuck and very good. So as long as they're good, I don't really care. What is my aura? If I look in a polished piece of armor.
I have a silver mine.
I mean, I guarantee you, Largo has a full length mirror in his bedroom.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
It's this big.
Yeah.
No, it's like a 6 foot mirror, and he's just at the bottom, third of.
It would be about that.
Yeah.
Well, you take a look, and your aura, you just see you're in a constant shower of pink rose petals.
Cool. I don't know what the fuck. All right, cool. That's fine. That makes sense.
All right. So
I just look at myself.
Brick is working on the potion to avoid fear, so that should be the last thing that we need. Do we want to contact Coin Spinner? Do we want to do anything else?
I mean, I think now would be in game the time to contact Coin Spinner. I don't know in actual time if that's like a big next step for us to take.
Right, yeah.
Bort kind of like, so we're not gonna like find a paladin or something for me to stab?
Man, you gotta find that on your own, bro, and not.
Okay.
Yeah. We can't help you do that. I
I deal with
can't
him.
lays it all out. I'm not gonna help you do that. If you want to do that, you gotta go figure that out.
What were you saying, Glenn?
I could help him with that, just to make sure he's not going astray.
I mean, Glenn's neutral.
That's the purpose. He's going astray.
No,
Yeah.
Just going completely.
Get caught.
He's just going out there to kill someone good and nothing else.
Yep.
That's the thing. It's like it would make his weapons more powerful, but like on a metagame level, I just can't find a way for a group to be like, who's a good person that we're all gonna be totally ethically okay with killing.
Right, because I mean, and on a metagame level, we need it because his weapons become legendary, and those are the only weapons that can damage the Trask. So we do need that.
Yeah,
to happen.
that's true. Because otherwise, what the fuck else is he gonna do in that fight?
Yeah.
I mean, he could apply the Kraken poison. I guess that's the only thing.
But so we do need him, and in order for that Kraken poison to slice into the hide of the Trask, the weapons need to be legendary.
Can we, Dang, is there something we can roll to find a way to help Bort on this journey that ethically does not align with most of our characters?
Largo's okay with it.
What do you mean you're okay? You just said.
No, I just said I'm not gonna help you. I don't want to fucking hear about it, but it needs to fucking happen. So if you're gonna go do it now, and I'm gonna just chill here until you're done.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Just so you know, that's not a chaotic thing to do. That's a neutral at best thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Bort, what if you stab me?
I don't think it works that way.
Like, what if I gladly give you my blood? I don't want you killing people. Like,
I would also, yeah, that's a good point. Largo also volunteers. You can take him down to very hurt. Just don't kill me.
Yeah, Bort stops and he. Well, would it? And like looking off into the middle of this, and you're like,
That's
oh
terrifying.
shit, he's talking to his swords.
That's terrifying.
He says, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I gotta kill it.
Does it need to be one really good person, or maybe like 10 kind of okay people?
I'm thinking an Anakin Skywalker.
He stopped for a second. He's like, yeah, what Mirok said.
Okay, all right. So
No, he's not talking to you.
Oh, okay.
He's like, yeah, what Mirok said. And it says it's gotta be like, like 200 orphans, or it's gotta be. It's kind of like a Uhtred Zax thing, and it's gotta matter.
Let's find Godric and murk his ass, dude.
Well, that's a thought. I also have a guy internal who I know for a fact is going to die of
I was
cancer.
thinking of that. Yeah, he's like good, but that's like 3 orphans max.
Yeah, that's just a fucked thing. He's just a random townsperson.
Yeah, he's not. He's worth 3 orphans, maybe 4.
Alec Tanner.
Well, Uhtred says his out loud to Bort.
Yeah. Maybe if we like Proposition United, like, look, Bort is evil.
We'll bring you back.
You're good. You have the opportunity here to fight him. And whichever one of you wins, we accept it. And we just fucking let it happen.
Also, I look at Yanni. I see he is a shining pillar of good within reason. I am also a shining pillar of good. And I say, well, I just died. And I came back. Yanni, we can promise that you will come back. How about Bort? You just kill both of us.
He already asked that. He already asked the sword. So
No, he just asked for the blood. He didn't ask if you kill him.
Yeah. I'm saying slaughter me. I accept that.
And then you're gonna die. And I understood that first question to be, can I kill my friends? And then they'll be back anyways.
He like keeps on doing one of these like yeah, well, in that case, there's this, you're doing a really altruistic good thing by sacrificing yourself. That kind of cancels out the.
Okay.
You just gotta do something evil.
Yeah, dude.
Which he's never really done.
Yeah, he's never actually done anything bad. Really anything. I mean, he's done like kind of bad things, but like nothing truly evil.
He's done like vagrancy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've all heard orcs, you know. I mean, he tortured them, but like they're orcs, you know.
Right, but you know, like.
Didn't he kill a bunch of people in a pit?
Something evil to someone who's evil is still evil.
It's still evil, yeah. That's the most evil thing he's done is
he gleefully participated in a genocide.
Yeah.
The rest of you are more like, I mean, I guess Utru was kind of like excited about killing a shit ton of orcs, but he was happy about committing genocide.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Largo was in the forest being like, I wonder how their part's going.
Yeah, you're just mind fucking some idiot.
I mean, you know,
It's fun.
there's the thing is, for Bort, it's more about intent than it is deed. Like you guys might have been doing stuff where you're like, the need outweighs the, and he's just like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So they can't
enjoy bloodletting his sisters.
Well, Mirak asked, what if we just contacted Godric and gave him like a one-on-one? Would that be enough to get his swords over the top, or do we need more? How much is Godric worth? Because I think Godric would be down for like some kind of redemption arc fight against Bort.
Nick!
Nick walks out.
I guess another option, if that doesn't bear fruit, is maybe the future mother-in-law would have some less than savory acts that she could have done for her.
That's true. The House of the Onyx Serpent is not nice. My backup to Godric was Bort just kills the head of the Church of Pale.
Largo vomits.
Look, they've done bad things.
Largo vomits and then immediately starts to try to clean it up.
They've done inquisitions. Just because they're good doesn't mean they're.
You're assuming that they've done inquisitions. It's not
I'm
necessarily.
not assuming they've done inquisitions. They've done inquisitions.
The Church of Peana has done inquisitions. You're not certain that, you know, which leader of the Church of Peana are you talking about here?
The current one, whichever one's alive. Is it one leader? Or is it like a polity?
Well, you met like one of the, basically in the kingdom, the leader of the Church of Peana is one of the advisors to the king. You met her.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's like the person who's in charge of the Golden Athenium in town.
Mm-hmm.
There's different levels of leader. The one in Entelbin that advises the king is probably on a level like a high-end cardinal. As far as like what would be the Pope, you don't even know if she's or he is on this continent.
Could we roll like all of us roll like a straight knowledge check of the best or the the most noble person we've met, who we would all cumulatively, I don't know, not mind not being around?
Like the best good person we've met, they're like, you know what? If they die, that's okay.
If we all make this, we can't all make this decision. We can't do that with our alliance. Like we can't.
I'm neutral.
Someone good.
I'm fucking lawful neutral, dude. I think I'm in the space to be able to like advise on it.
I think
track a person down. I'm just saying, like,
Uhtred and Mira can definitely like get their hands a little bit dirty.
I would leave. I would spend time at my apartments in Solomon, knowing that this is going on and not appreciating it, and I would do penance to Aloran for having my cohort. Now from a meta level, from a player level,
Yeah.
If Bort went and just murdered Erica, that would probably be just like one and done.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Which means
I don't think Bort would.
Chaotic, yes, but like considering what she just went through and her courage and the bravery she just displayed and their close friendship, the most evil thing he could do, the thing that would make those swords so fucking happy is he just goes and murders her.
Yeah.
Well, okay. In this case, I don't think that I think Bort likes it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's not a choice I'm gonna make. That's a choice Ross has to make. Yeah. I think we should present it to Ross as the most fucking evil thing that he could possibly do.
I don't think you present it to him that way, but I think you do present it to him as like this is an option.
Yeah.
Because I agree that's evil. That's evil that like I felt bad about the
Yeah. I felt bad
None of
about
the
it.
other things proposed made me feel bad. That made me feel bad.
Especially because I felt emotional during the time when the Duchess was presenting Erica with the cake.
I thought it was a waste of our money.
It's we have like 78 grand in gold. Just we're good.
Isn't everything just crammed into that hole right now? Like we just no relation to our wealth at all.
Honestly, Jake, I think that hole is just like 5 items just like slammed in a corner and then a lot of empty space. But all those items are incredibly valuable. Loose pile of books.
That would be just gnarly if he kills Erica.
That would honestly be that would be like a thing with like we beat the Trask afterwards and like we're be like, cool, so bye.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, like Bort is next. Yeah, but I mean, if he just like slinked off, like the thing I have in my mind as far as like his swords would be like innocent blood, is if Bort was just like, well, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna go get a kebab and goes and murders Erica.
It's not like I mean I like the idea of him killing a high level good NPC, but Erica's pretty choice. Also, maybe fucking in the Trask fight, like you're getting hit, and he's just like he just fucking kills you. I don't know. Like I don't know when it needs to happen and like how it could happen. But it's kind of I guess it is the only outstanding Trask item left for us is
Certainly my
He's not going to be able to apply the poison that is necessary. He's not going to be able to apply the poison if he can't hit the Trask. The legendary weapon's the only thing that can penetrate.
I didn't think about that.
I thought my axe could hit it.
Well, so you are not going to apply, like, Bort is the poison, right? And the poison is necessary.
Well, there's a chance that if anybody else applies the poison, it will they'll poison themselves, and then they'll get paralyzed.
Right.
He's got skill to use poison without fucking dying.
And if he doesn't have a legendary weapon, he cannot apply poison to the Trask.
Well, couldn't I open a cut and him put it in the cut?
You're getting into particulars that are probably beyond your characters.
Yeah.
Man, I think Bort's gonna find a good person and kill him, and I think we all just have to grapple.
A really good person that we know.
I don't think we have to know him.
I think if it's going to be a one and done, it has to be like a holy fuck.
But it's
Bort
fucked up. It's gotta be
murdered
fucked up.
one of our people.
It's gotta be fucked up. Like he kills Erica.
The thing was righteous blood or family. And he got family, and that got him to +5 on the weapons. You're not, I mean, yeah, killing Erica would be really fucking evil. But righteous is maybe not.
Or family though? Is his mom still alive?
He
If
already,
it's righteous, well, he's already had family. So if it's righteous blood, then that leads me back to like lawful good, which leads me back to paladins and the Church of Theon.
Got it.
and he touches Otis, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh yeah, if he kills others, we we burn the whole planet down.
Yeah.
We join the Trask.
Yes.
We're with him now.
Yeah. I mean, he could also like raid the what do I call? I have it written down. I'm just not thinking of it. What do I call the orphanage in the?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Oh man.
Largo's special house.
No,
for
it's
kids.
not Largo. That's the thing.
Oh.
It's not Wilco either. It's oh gosh. It's long. I wrote it down.
Amzam School for the Betterment of the Young, who, although they may be disenfranchised, are also blessed with gifts we will nurture.
Yeah, there you go. No, he just murdered everyone in there.
I hate that is.
Could Borg just burn that establishment down and
There's not enough. There's not enough orphans in there, and then also it would technically be a good act because it would be removing that thing from our home.
It is not that thing. It's a fucking.
Half of the building is the name. the plaque with the name on it is just one like weight supporting wall.
Just on the outside.
who, although they may be disenfranchised, it's so many fucking letters. That's that much of the name.
And all he does with it, Jake, twice in the entire campaign, he's like, I turned into a strange old man no one's ever seen before. And we'll go. And I just walk around and look at children.
And I go there and I see if any of them possess might.
That is the creepiest goddamn thing we've done this whole game.
I think you found one. You found
Yeah,
one.
one has a little bit of potential and I have not checked.
Yeah, you just fucking left.
Well, it's only been like 3 weeks.
No. But point being.
Let Bort piss Yanni and Mirak off and just go kill Yanni's family.
Sorry, what?
I said let Bort just go ahead and piss Mirak and Yanni off real good and just go back and kill Yanni's family after Mirak cured them all.
They've all died once already.
That would be pretty funny. He's like, no, that's the joke. You just did this.
He could kill Bletta.
Yeah.
He could kill Baby.
That would be funny.
Yeah, okay. He could kill the Duchess. How about that, Uhtred?
Oh, whoa, you talking crazy talk.
I think at
He
this
could kill
point,
him.
maybe it's just time for us to think about this.
No, I think it's fucking Nick. I think it's fucking Godric.
Nick?
I think it's a righteous character.
So where is Godric? I mean, I'm not end to Godric knowing any of this plan. If you can convince me somehow, and I have a fucking super high will save right now, if you can convince me somehow that sending to Godric is like poses some sort of benefit, then I'll do it. But otherwise, you're gonna have to figure out your own way to do it.
I'd have to think about the way to frame it.
Benefit the survival of the world.
Yeah, but Largo would know what that means. So it's either like I would have to lie to Largo or like convince him of like the merit. I think just shooting from the hip, I think Miracle Frame too is that Bort, we know he is a risk, and we know that at some point we're going to have to address the nature of Bort. It is either going to happen now with maybe Godric, and if not with Godric, then after this.
That's going to be a bluff, I would think, because
I don't
you're
even-
trying to say like, hey, Godric might be powerful enough to kill Bort, which I know to be untrue.
He's got fucking smite, and Bort has fucking peanuts for hit points.
Last time we saw Godric, like level 12.
Bort has peanuts for hit points.
Yeah, but all it
Largo.
takes is him to surprise Godric, and Godric's just like stabbed through the neck.
But
That dude probably has like 80 hit points.
But if he's not surprised.
You're gonna have to talk.
I'm saying, yeah, Bort's the favorite, but I don't think it's like a slam dunk Bort wins. Like,
I think just standing here, like, you know.
Also, Godric can summon Ravager. It's a 2-on-1.
But we need Bort to apply the poison to the Tarask. So like, what benefit is it to take Bort out of the fight?
We're buff his ass. We're not going to take him out.
We have to give up a life for this to
Someone's
proceed. We
gotta-
have to.
I'll
Someone
go
has.
hold Godric by his neck and have Bort stab him and through his face.
Uhtred, not really a fan of the energy you're bringing into this conversation right now.
I'm just saying, like, You got
Option.
you got to think. You want to save one soul for that of the entire world.
So here's the thing: you have to understand that I am the son of a chaotic god. I am extraordinarily chaotic myself. So while I understand that the Tarask is big and bad and we need to battle it, it's also not the worst thing that could happen.
Doesn't that also
Incorrect. Incorrect.
so like one of them will live, one of them will die?
Well, you're also smart.
The chaos is, I'm down with that chaos. One of them will live and one of them will die. Let them fight. I'm not okay with contacting Godric and being like, hey, we need you for a sec.
Right, the luring in.
Yeah, I'm not going to lure him. I'm
Then
comfortable
don't.
with you.
Just tell him. Say, look,
Just ask where he's at.
bored.
Not to mention, Godric really seem righteous to you guys?
Yeah, he's not all that. He's more. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like an anti-paladin thief now.
That's a good point.
I do think Godric was righteous. I just think he was kind of, like you can be righteous and also bumbling. And
You're Batman.
Yeah. Anyways, so maybe it's not Godric, but like, then who? Who is a righteous person to kill?
He was Mr. Beans in a Batman suit.
I think Bort needs to.
Jesus. Uhtred already killed him with that comment. He's off the
That
table now.
that is really, really accurate, though.
I like how he said Mr. Beans and not Mr. Bean.
I couldn't remember what it was. I've not seen it in forever.
He's grown back, so.
Now, on the meta level, I think a cool situation would be Dan and Ross sit down and decide who Bort's gonna kill, and just do it. And then Bort just appears one day, and he's like, "Hey, you know that thing we were talking about? We don't have to talk about it anymore."
But that's what Largo would want. Largo would want it to
Yeah.
have it off screen because Largo is this like performative bleeding heart. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be bad at it. Just go do it over there.
Yeah,
You know a bad thing's happening
it's
over
true.
there.
It's true.
So I think it's important that like we as a group are like, yeah, that's our guy. That's the guy who's killed all of us at least once, except for Richard
Yeah,
and Yanni.
he needs to kill someone good.
And we just have to accept that like that's our guy. He's gonna fucking kill someone evil or good.
Okay, so who?
Yeah, because Merrick's not gonna be down for having off screen.
I mean, okay, so just this is a conversation that we should have with Ross here.
100%.
Yeah. So we spent like probably a good 20, 30 minutes talking about something that's no one's decision at this table.
It was fun though. I still think we should murder Erica.
That was the most fucked up suggestion. No question.
What
That's just not
Yanni's
righteous.
hearing is downtime fishing trip while Bort plans an assassination.
And we all hold Largo's eyeballs open so he watches it while Largo kills. What if we own time travel back to your village and kill all your villagers? Pretty evil.
Largo looks at Mirok and nods,
Mm-hmm.
turns around, and goes away. He's in his demi-plane now.
That's fine. I was gonna say this earlier. I liked that you added the caveat to the whole wish spell situation. Like, I protected this whole town forever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's the perfect like end cap to the guy. He's like, his whole arc was like, I couldn't protect a village of 15 people.
Yes.
Like, oh, now I protect this whole city
Forever. And we still need to figure out, Largo still needs to figure out like what item can. I'm sure there's a simple enough solution.
It's got to be like an instrument, musical instrument, like a bardic.
The loot.
Yeah.
Like
Like
everyone
everyone's
just
like,
say,
oh, that's the loot that everyone uses at the open mic nights. It's all out of tune and crazy. And then someone plays it and it's like,
emerge from its sound hole.
it's so the movie Kazam, but with like a.
You mean Shazam with Sinbad?
No, it's Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't understand where that Mandela effect came from because I vividly remember that movie. Shaquille O'Neal.
Mhm.
Anyways, tune in next time, everybody.